Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 version 1.0. That's right, we are on version 1.0 of the mod pack. That means it is fully released pack, and that means there are a couple of things that they consider done that they are confident in being done, such as, well, the star. Look at that ATM star. Even though that is craftable in the previous version, it is, well, I guess they consider it craftable, and they are confident enough to put a 1.0 version number on it. But of course, it's not over for the pack. It will still get updates in the future. And in fact, this isn't version 1.0, it is version 1.1. So already it has gotten another update after 1.0. So it has been many versions of the pack ever since I started playing All the Mods 10. I have learned a lot of things about its individual mods and how the pack works. With what I know now, I decided to start over and see if I can do things a little bit differently than what I did in the other world. And no, I'm not ending the other world. I will still go back to it. At the very least, this world that I'm in right now will be just for this episode. So some tips and tricks will still hold up from what I've said in the other video from the start of the series, and some methods may be new to you. This is how I approach the pack. You can do whatever you want and start however you want. This is the best way for me, and I'm sharing it with you. If you align with what I have to offer, then great. If not, and you have a better way just for you, then great. To each their own. So anyway, just to start off the world, this should be, well, technically my third playthrough, but really it's really my second playthrough. So when I started this world, started getting work. Doing the Minecraft basics, looting everything that you see. I actually went into an iron spells tower, raided that place, and of course, had to be careful because the NPC down in the cellar is quite angry and kind of chased me through several chunks. So yeah, but before you start on your adventure and raiding all the villages and all the chests and stuff like that, make sure you turn on the bonus chest in the beginning of the world creation. So that's kind of important because you can get modded items inside those bonus chests. So right off the bat, I looked at my bonus chest, and already I have a broom. Oh, wonderful! That means I can fly to some degree, anyway. But I can still fly, and that's fantastic. So so if you don't get what you want inside the bonus chest, just kind of re-roll, re-roll the world a little bit, and see what goodies you can find inside the chest. Maybe you can find a broom inside, fully loaded with blood, ready to go. And yeah, I used it to escape that angry NPC from the Iron Spells Towers, and kind of chased me through several chunks. So I had to. So yeah. So anyway, after that, loot the places within survival reasons, of course. The Iron's NPCs will chase you to no end. Villages for the usual: food, resources, candles, melons, artifacts, relics, villagers. So once you find a nice place to plunk down, do the basics. Start a basic farm, do the basic storage, set that up, get a sleeping bag. Most importantly, get a backpack. It's extra storage. It's easy to make, and it'll do some good. So start a mine, and most importantly, you may want to take advantage of the settings in Ultimine. So you just go to your inventory right here, and then you go to the FTP Ultimine configuration. You press that, go to the server settings, and then the max blocks per operation right there. You set that to 4096. Just tweak it a little bit, increase it, because 64 blocks, that's just nothing. That is nothing. Remember back in the old days of Vein Miner, that thing just goes and goes and goes until you run out of hunger. There's no limit or cap to that thing. It just keeps going and going until you run out of hunger. Yeah, so just increase that, just to make it more useful. So not only that, you can increase the max blocks mined, you can use different kinds of shapes with your Ultimine. You can do mining stairs, escape tunnels, large tunnels, small tunnels, etc., etc. So digging straight down won't be really an issue. Well, you could dig straight down with a small tunnel with Ultimine, but yeah, you can use the mining stairs, because why not? And with the increased max blocks mined, you can go all the way to bedrock and not have to worry about a thing. You don't have to worry about falling to lava when you dig straight down. And Yeah, well, it's more convenient that way. So yeah, Ultimine, very useful. So aside from starting a mine, you're going to need lots of food if you're going to take advantage of Ultimine. And I hope you find the Infinity Ham from the villagers, or at the very least, that eternal steak or beef or whatever you call that thing. I prefer the Infinity Ham, but you can use whatever you want. And if you haven't found either one of those, you can just get like a whole bunch of bread and wheat from the villagers, and use that in the meantime. So, yeah. So, with Ultimine, pickaxes are expendable. Don't worry about keeping your favorite pickaxes on hand. Just make a whole lot of pickaxes. They are expendable. If they break, make more. Just make more, and make quick work of those. And hopefully, you find a lot of osmium and a lot of iron from your iron farms, your iron golem farms, easy villages. You can use that in the meantime. So, when you are slowly collecting resources, keep an eye for certain ores such as the evil craft ores, the inferium ore, and prosperity ores. Obviously, keep an eye out for the iron. Copper can be useful sometimes when you don't have enough iron yet to make an anvil. You can make a copper anvil, and you can also make ore hammers. You can double your ores if you want to. But save that for the important ores, really. And yeah, so aside from iron, you can keep an eye out for the gold, lapis, redstone, etc., etc. The usual ores. So once you are collecting resources, you can slowly expand the base as needed. You can upgrade your chest to sophisticated storage ones. For my second playthrough, I made it my goal to get survival out of the way first. You know what that means? Infinite potions, evilcraft, arsenal, occultism. If not for the infinite potions, these mods will be of help in the beginning. Evilcraft can make spawn eggs for spawners. Cultism can get you crushers to increase your ores. I believe you can get the max crusher. The max crusher can do like 6 times the ores or something. I think that's 6x, right? I never tried it. I only got the basic ones to begin with. So yeah, you can totally use that to your advantage. It's not only for infinite potions, it can do other things too, Especially making the spawn eggs for the spawners. That's super convenient. You don't have to rely on the capturing enchantment at all to get your spawn eggs if you want a certain mob. Just remember, when you're dealing with evilcraft, you gotta get lots of blood for evilcraft things, especially if you have a broom from that bonus chest from the beginning, like I did. So yeah, get blood from taking out the mobs. Spawners would be ideal for getting more. Of course, get the extractor and the basic tanks from evilcraft, etc., etc. And the tanks with mechanism is also super convenient. You can use that as buckets and moving liquids around. And the basic one doesn't require any mechanism stuff at all. It's just iron and redstone. So you can start mechanism, but it's not absolutely necessary at this point. But what you should be getting from mechanism is some cardboard boxes. Even though they are from mechanisms, you do not need a mech machine in order to make them. The sawmill from productive trees can make the sawdust that you need, and then you can use those to craft that into cardboard boxes. And then with the boxes, you can use them on spawners, pick it up, bring it back to your base, do whatever you want with it. You can pick up some blocks that require silk touch, such as the warp forest blocks or the crimson forest blocks, or even grass blocks. Pick them up, move them around, And then with the corporate boxes, you can move some chests around, but I think only specific chests. You can use the packing tape for the sophisticated chest if you want to. So yeah, aside from that, you can move amethyst buds and the service bud blocks for AE2 around and bring it back to your base, because obviously you can't silk touch those and bring it back. Yeah, you can totally use the corporate boxes, bring it back to your base, plunk them down, and if you happen to come across these service buds from the meteorite, go grab them up with the boxes, place them down, mine up the crystals every once in a while, and start collecting for AE2. And that goes the same for the amethyst buds as well. Start collecting those crystals as well. So you may also want to get a fortune pick and a looting weapon. Evilcraft has a Fortune 5 pick that you can make. Don't worry about the curse that's on it. The spirits only jump scare you and tap your butt half the time. But they just want to play around. And for looting, just get looting 3. Get whatever looting that you can find. Just get it off your easy villagers and be done with that. And well, it's better than not having it. So finally, getting into the Nether and hoping not to die. In the Nether, get the blaze rods, get the entire spawner of blazes while you're at it, get the soul sand, get the nether wart, and get the blackstone. So, roguelike dungeons has a Nether section, but I haven't found anything useful there. It was a waste of time, massive waste of time going down there, and I wish I haven't gone down there and wasted like an hour or two just faffing around in the Nether section trying to look for nether wart. So yeah, if you can find something there, good, great. You can skip the Nether. Eventually, you still have to go to the Nether. So, well, you could build a railcraft crusher if you have nether wart blocks, just to get nether wart. But haven't tried it, don't know how that works, but the recipe says it can be done. So, you can try that route if you want to. So, for me, going to the Nether to get those materials is because of the infinite potions. And that'll be important for my interior builders. Plus, they're important for other things too, I guess. I mean, you can use blaze powder for making potions, and, well, that's for infinite potions. Well, okay, fine. They're important for other things, I'm sure. While you're in the Nether, keep an eye out for the warp forest. You're going to need a couple of ender pearls from those, weird endermen. But, the thing is, if they drop those, other ender pearls, there is a custom recipe to convert those back into regular ender pearls. So that's good. That's good. You're going to need a few ender pearls. You may also want to find a few ancient debris while you're at it. Just rip the place apart. It's fine. Or try to make a divination rod. It's up to you. A nature's compass will come in handy right about now. Too bad it won't help you find the end portal. Explorer's compass requires some echo shards from the ancient city and some netherite to top it off. But you probably won't be needing it right away. Once you find the end portal and get to the end, RTP out there. Don't even bother with the dragon, you'll deal with her later. As long as you do not get close to the center, the dragon will not spawn because, well, Young's Better End mod is in here. It is called Young's Better End mod, right? I forget what it's called, but it's in here, and it kind of changes some structures around, adds some, like, nice things, nice to look at things here and there. And, yeah, I think it's better, but, you know, it makes climbing those pillars, those obsidian pillars in the end island, a little bit troublesome. So make sure you're flying by then when you get to the end. Yeah, so you're after some end city loot, the dragon head, chorus fruits, and flour. Very important. And sure, the elytra if you want a trophy. You'll be fine by other means very soon. So now that you have access to the end, you can get ender pearls anytime you want. You can start expanding out the base to include spawner rooms for loot and blood. You can even bring back a couple of mobs, convert them to eggs or spawners. You're going to need an empty box, vengeance focus, just to capture the spirits in the box. And convert them to eggs using the starting evilcraft stuff. Remember the dark gems I told you about earlier? Yeah, those things. You're going to need a few of those. Also, don't knock the scrolls from iron spells if you find any. Once you get an Ultimine scroll, you're in business. If I didn't get one, I have to contemplate on how to farm the NPCs for the scrolls. Luckily, Evilcraft and Apothic spawners make quick work of that. The minimum for the Apothic spawners are the chorus fruit to turn off the AI, and the soul lanterns to ignore the light. Other options this early on, if you have it, you can use comparator to turn them off, and dripstone to reduce the HP. Obviously, there are other options that you can put in the spawners, such as nether stars to ignore all conditions, and you know, pistons to increase the range, etc., etc. You know, it's in the quest tab. You look at all the stuff that you can add in your Apothic spawners just to make it a little bit better. And of course, echo shards in order to turn up the looting. But you don't have that at this point. So yeah, with Evilcraft done so far, it's time to get into occultism. Basics shouldn't take too long. You just need a crusher and a demonic lifelong partner by way of soul binding blood contract. Sometimes you will need to capture some mobs for certain rituals. You'll need some way of capturing them. So starting Just Dire Things, JDT, doesn't sound like a bad idea for the creature catchers, but only after the Nether you can make them because you know, you need blaze gold in order to make the creature catchers. Or you can just make the soul gems from occultism, or you can make the Pokeballs from Industrial Foregoing. Whichever one you prefer, whichever one works, then go ahead and use that. You just need to bring back creatures every now and then, and that's how you're going to do it. So after occultism, in comes Ars Nouveau. Also, not too long to set up. You have been getting those amethyst crystals, right? You just need that amplified potion flask, and that's it. Once you make that, that's it. Don't even touch it for a while, and then you'll be set. Unless you're into that mod. So, yeah. So with these 3 mods combined, infinite potions will be possible. Use it to make Ultimine 17 for 100% damage reduction. Use it to make flying potions for creative flight. Use it to make high-level strength to play as One Punch Man. Use it to make absorption, night vision, and any other effects you can get your hands on. Once you conquer and cheese your way out of having to deal with survival, you can now concentrate on the real game. Tech, bees, machines, and the ATM star. And yes, mystical agriculture, yeah, whichever one you prefer. Do you have to do it this way in the beginning? Certainly not, but it does make it a heck of a lot easier, because you most likely will have to deal with a lot of hard-hitting mobs, such as the Warden, the countless mobs in the other dimension, and the nice tentacle monster in the Eternal Starlight. Oh no! You need echo shards. Where are you gonna find it? Where are you gonna find an ancient city? Well, you can use the Nature's Compass to find the deep dark biome. Hopefully you find some shriekers, some sensors there. You got Still Touch, right? With those and some sculpt blocks, you can summon the possessed Warden with cultism, make the egg with evil craft, and stick it into a spawner for more loot, such as echo shards, disc fragments, which is good for making wannabes, and countless copies of the other side. While you're at it, feed the echo shards to the spawners for even more loot. You can make the Explorer's Compass at this point and look for the Ancient City to get all the Modium template from the Suspicious Clay, and also get the all the Modium ore with your Netherite pick. You did get some from the Nether, right? Go find a Bastion to get the other template from the Suspicious Soul Sand. Ore Hammer is still your friend. Use it to double your important ores, such as your all the Modium ores. So at this point, you can go back to the Nether to look for the Vibranium and its template, and eventually go to the other dimension to get the Unobtainium template. Go back to the end for the ore. Get the Wither, get the Possessed Elder Guardian, and if you have set up the infinite potions of oat skin and various other effects, you'll be absolutely fine. What I would do now is begin setting up some 82 and some power. Mechanism is also what I'll do, but it's not as high of a priority as 82 and power. Doing more just started things, JDT, will be great since it's quite useful. I would start setting up and getting bees, especially the bees for those basic resources. The Bumble Zone will shortcut you to some things, or you can just do mystical agriculture to just and don't bother with the bees. It's up to you. It's up to you. If I didn't have a farm yet, I would set up with the Inferium and various other crops such as sugarcane, netherwort, etc. So yeah, that is the beginning of the game. And this is how I did it on my second playthrough. If you find that useful, then go ahead, go do it. So anyway, right now I'm going to show you the world that I've been playing my second playthrough on, and I'm just going to stop here, really, because it's I already done it. I've already done it. I mean, on the other world, I'm just going to go back to the other world because, that's already done. And right now I'm going to stop here because, well, the question was, I just wanted to find out if it's going to be different this time around. And, well, it is. The beginning it is. But now, going into Mechanism 82, well, that's just going to be all the same, really. So let me just press F5 there. And let's see, press that one. Okay, great. Let me get out the stool. All right, let me show you the world that I've been on. Obviously, I have all the effects on me. I have Ultimine 17, I have Flying, I have Strength 139, and I have Night Vision on. So, right now we're in the Taiga Forest, and I only plunked down a base over here because, well, I had a broken nether portal right here that I could just mine up the obsidian blocks here and just put it back together in order to get to the nether. So that's why I plunked down a base over here because, temporary base operations. And it kind of grew from there, and it's like, you know what, screw it, I'll just plunk down the base over here. And my base was all the way over here. Imagine doing this with a broom. It's not, you probably have to add some speed upgrades to that or something. So the base was going to be like at the edge of this cliff over here because, I kind of like the biome. It kind of looks like very visually pleasing with the greenery and stuff. but decided, nah, I'm just gonna go over there and plunk down the base over there. And I did start a mine over here, and this was the straw that brought the Campbell's back, because if you go all the way down here, I don't know if you consider this lucky or not, but if you go all the way down here, I'm just gonna get all the way to bedrock, but nope. Nope. Oh, look at that, sculpt stuff. Wonderful. Just wonderful. So I noped out of here and went somewhere else. That's the, I don't know if you consider that lucky, but I found sculpt stuff really early on. And of course, if you can tell by my little handiwork, it didn't used to look like this. I did use the Ultimine stuff. Like, let's see, Ultimine mining tunnel. Just to dig this away. Look at that. It's very useful. So I dug that away, and I was tired of jumping block by block up, so I used the broom. And, you know, if you have certain abilities on your broom, you can just break blocks when you're flying, and that's what happened. So anyway, let me just go away, Rain. Alright, so here's the map, and here's the first base, here's the second base. I called it Nether Portal, but it's really the main base right there. I spawned all the way back over here somewhere. It was near the Iron Spells and Tower type thing. Not quite sure where it is. I think it was either this or around here somewhere. I don't know where the spawn is. I don't know where the spawn is. I did cross like ice somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I marked it on the map, did I? I didn't mark it on the map. Is it anywhere on here? Oh, it is. How come I don't see it? Spawn? Where's the spawn? Oh, there it is. Okay, well, just that. There we go. Okay, you saw nothing. All right, so this is the Iron Spells and Tower. Let's see if this guy is still in here. I'm just gonna take my revenge on it. Yeah, or maybe he despawned when I just ran away from him. And of course, this tower looks delicious, so I had to like loot the place. And of course, he's nowhere to be found. Oh, that's how he came out. He didn't teleport out the tower. There was already a hole in it. Eh, jeez. Okay, well, whatever. He's gone now. Don't know where he went. The spawn was around here somewhere. Don't know where it is, but oh well. Don't really care about that. And yeah, penguins. There are penguins in the mod pack now. Look at that. Hey, come here. Hey. What? Oh, bear! Ooh! Bear! Okay, well, along. Alright, so, this is a really huge ice biome, and already I'm not seeing anything to plunk down a base on. Maybe I should have went right. That's, that looks like a green part right there. So anyway, along the way, I found the village right here. Looted the place. I went down here for some reason. This is where spawn was. I think I went in this direction. Don't know what this is. Various few smaller structures. Here's another village. It's pretty big. Here's another one. And another village is probably somewhere else. Don't know where it is. There it is. There's the other village. And right near the Nether portal is the meteorite right there. I have to go there and get the all-important Certus bud blocks and the presses. Right here is a roguelike dungeon. So if you go down here, there's like a little exposed tunnels that you can go in here. Let's see what else. The ancient city was right there because I had to go back to the base because I knew there was cult stuff down there. I went down like that, and then lo and behold, there was an ancient city right there. I didn't need an explorer's compass, and it was right there. So great, fantastic. So aside from that, I think that's pretty much it for the map, really. That is something else. That's probably pumpkins. There was a lava pit right there. Was a lava pit right there, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the map. So yeah, that's my second playthrough. Let's go back to the base. I'll show you the base right there. All right, so I had to clear out the center just to make a little bit of room. These are fantastic wood, by the way. You get a whole bunch of logs that way. So if you increase the max blocks mined or whatever with your Ultimine, you just mine this entire tree away, and you get plenty of logs. Plenty of logs. And here's my amethyst stuff. Here's my Certus quartz stuff. I only found one flawless one, so I didn't bother bringing back the other ones because it's just gonna break anyway. Here's the base that I built myself. It's made out of cobblestone. Yes, it is made out of cobblestone. Here's the core stuff that I brought back. Here's the nether warts. And let's see, what else? I was surviving on berries for the very beginning for a short time. Here's the nether portal, of course. Here's my little crappy inferium farm. Let's see how many is in there. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, look at that. We have JTT dirt going ahead, and also have a harvest pylon. You don't need both, by the way. You can just use JTT dirt, and it'll still work. Or just use, like, dirt with red fertilizer if you have it, and then just use the harvest pylon. Get out of here. Alright, inside the base. Oh yeah, we have this little farmer dude. I didn't find melon seeds because you needed the glistening melons for the Vitalic source link for Ars Nouveau, so I had to buy it off of this dude. Alright, I got my basic tanks of lava sitting right behind the infusion pylon. I have my little basic energy cells with the power transmitter because I was using the personal shrinking device for a little short while, just for testing purposes, you know. Just to see how it goes. And I also had this little Celeste gem hole that takes power. And go away, Rain. Alright, so I have my little chest filled to the brim. Plus, now we have a storage problem. And I could go one step further with the upgrading chest. Because as you can see, we have like 512 stacks of cobblestone right here. Because we have the stack upgrades in here. And also, this is sophisticated storage. So it can totally do that if you want. You can't do that with the normal vanilla chest. You'll run out of space very, very early on without the tier upgrades and stack upgrades. So that would be very useful if you could do that. So there we go. We have a little iron farm. Look at that. It's already giving us extra iron that we don't even need. That we can barely use because right now it's like 309 iron ingots. It should be way below that. Way below that. I have my little copper anvil. It hasn't broken yet. I only used it once or twice. And that's about it. I have my little sawmill from productive trees just to make me sawdust. And that makes us cardboard boxes. Look at that. I have my little blast furnace. Very basic indeed. Down here is the second mine. It didn't do a lot of mining because, you know, well, with Ultimine, you make quick work of that. Here's my little void shimmer goo. I did not go to the final tier of the goo. Didn't need to, so whatever. Have my basic blood infuser and my spirit reanimator. This got a lot of use just to make my spawn eggs. Got an extra tank of blood right there. Have my squeezer just in case. You know, you find ancient debris or debris. You put one of them in there and potentially get a second one for free. So yeah. Here's my little trader, easy villagers. Over here is the potion brewing area. And here's the occultism stuff. And over here was the first room ever made for the spawners. So let's see, this is spawner for blazes. It originally had blazes in it. And then it grew to enderman blazes. Then I had to dig out yet another room just to hold some extractors for the dragon's breath, the dripstone, and then the Ars Nouveau stuff. You know, the imbuement chamber, the enchanting apparatus. That's all you really need, really. And I place it right next to the spawners because, you know, I have the Vitalic source link. So every time I take out a mob, it just creates a little bit of source, which then gets pulled from that into the source link and back into the source jars, filling it up. So down here is the basic mob room for all the spawners in here. And these are not upgraded spawners or anything. It doesn't work 24/7. It only works when I'm here. And that's a good thing because I don't have to keep going back up there and turn them off and on again. So it only works when I'm here. I'm here. And then I can just stand on here all day and then the mobs will still work. And then I can create my potions that way. Here's my crafting bench. I sit on top of the purifier. I have my little dude, my demonic husbando, like over here in the corner, making the potions and stuff. And it'll be very convenient. Very convenient. Hey, give me that back. Alright, so down here feels like the next evolution in the spawner room. I didn't bother like putting a roof over here. And I needed more room because this is the Possessed Warden spawner. Because in the first playthrough of All the Mods 10, I didn't go this route at all. I just went straight to the Amber Bees and the Wannabe Bees. And I did it that way. But this time around, I didn't have any of that. So I had to make a spawn egg, put it inside a spawner, and get a Possessed Warden. And with the Possessed Warden, you can get like a whole bunch of Echo Shards. You can get Disc Fragments. And then you can get the other side. And you can get various other things, such as templates. What is this? Methane templates. Get Disc Fragments. A whole bunch of Echo Shards. And you know what? You can totally right-click this thing. And I already did, didn't I? Hang on. Yeah, it has Echoing 5 on it. And then you can take all these Echo Shards and make whatever the heck you want. You can make your Spores Compass. You can up your spawners if you want to. And yeah, that's how you do it. That's how I did it. So anyway, not only that you can do that with the Possessed Elder, Possessed Warden, you can do that with the Elder Guardian, Possessed Elder Guardian that you can get from Cultism. And you can also do that with whatever mob was there again. The Wither, right. I didn't get that yet, but you know what? It's easy peasy. And I know how that works. And yeah, I mean, the Wither gets you Nether Stars, and the Possessed Elder Guardian can get you the Heart of the Sea. So you can use those in order to make your upgrades for your bees. So let's see. What was that? Omega upgrade, was it? Here we go. Here's the Omega upgrade. So here's the Heart of the Sea. Let's see. Where's the Nether Stars? Here's the Echo Shards that you need for it. Simulator. What is this? Ender Pearls. Anti-teleportation Blaze Rods. Yeah, here's the Nether Stars that you need. There it is. So yeah, you can get all the stuff that you need from that. And when you do that, then you're golden. You're good to go. You can start evolving things, expanding things, doing other things, setting up some systems, automations, and yeah, it's that's when the pack really begins. So just go ahead and do this. All right, so that is all the mods 10, 1.0. I mean 1.1. So yeah, fully loaded, fully released, and it's not over for the pack. It will still get updates in the future, and some people have started playing 1.0 just because, you know, it's 1.0. It's fully released, you know, and yeah. So there are some of us that started way early, like me, and started like, I don't know, like 30s, somewhere around there. Who knows? There are others that started like way before this, before the 30s, and before me anyway. And yeah, and some people started playing the pack before 1.0. They started a new world. Amazing, fresh start, just like this one, And you know what? Part of me wishes that I can continue this playthrough, this world, but you know what? It's gonna be a bunch of time. Well, like one world is enough time, and but having two worlds, that's gonna be a buttload of time that I don't have. I need like, I'm in like negative free time right now, so yeah, I'll be going back to the other world, and oh, of course, there's the sea for that if you want. I've shown you where all the good things are, so if you wanna take advantage of this particular seed, then go right ahead, right ahead. So yeah, this has been another episode of All the Mods 10. I've been Fumbleblock, and I'll see you next time.